He's a three-weight world champion who is desperate to be a household name. And this platform...
And still, WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson!
A Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez showdown is a collision boxing fans crave. Speed versus power, precision versus explosiveness. Two elite fighters step into one ring with legacy, pride, and survival on the line. Every punch carries consequence in a brutal, unforgiving, career-defining fight where one mistake can end everything.
Like, I felt like you knew how little Lomachenko was, and you kind of capitalized off of that.
Heck no, that man was a lot to deal with.
Teofimo Lopez has always embraced disruption, his greatest strength and his biggest flaw. From the moment he entered the lightweight division, he refused to wait his turn. He stormed through the ranks, kicked down doors, and took belts from champions who had already built their legacies. That's Teofimo, aggressive, explosive, and determined to shape the sport on his own terms. Shakur Stevenson rose differently, quiet, calculated, disciplined, relying on precision, patience, and a clinical mastery of boxing's fundamentals.
Is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite.
Olympic silver, then world titles in multiple divisions. Every step for Shakur Stevenson was calculated, every opponent dissected. Where Teofimo Lopez thrived in chaos, Shakur mastered control. Their careers ran in parallel for years, built on opposite philosophies, yet destined to collide. This matchup wasn't created by hype or manufactured by promoters. It happened because the division demanded clarity, because the history, talent, and trajectory of both fighters left the sport with no other choice.
He's full of confidence. He's got a job to do tonight. It is a short notice change, a different opponent, but he's the sort of guy that will adapt beautifully.
Yeah, but he needs to put on a clinical, hard.
That's why this fight carried real weight. Nothing about it was gimmicky. No comeback narrative, no manufactured drama, no excuses. Two undefeated fighters at 135 pounds, both in their primes, both arriving through earned paths. One leaves validated, the other questioned. Everyone in the arena felt that pressure. This isn't a fight you lose quietly. One miscalculation or one bad round can put an entire resume under scrutiny. The stakes aren't imagined. They're embedded in every moment the bell echoes.
I don't know if he wants it or not, but it's tough to have the conditioning. See, a guy can take your conditioning if he make you fight fast like this.
A lot of people ain't give us the opportunity to show how great we is. A lot of the fighters, I want to say, either they ducked or found a business way not to get in front of me. And I feel like with him, he kind of gave me the opportunity of a lifetime.
The contrast the moment they enter the ring is unmistakable. Shakur moves without urgency, his expression unreadable, as if the fight will unfold only at the pace he decides. Every half step, every pivot, every slight rise of his guard is deliberate. He's not reacting. He's already seeing the next move. Teofimo is the opposite. He wants sparks, movement, noise. He feeds off chaos, the crowd, the clash of leather. That energy isn't an act. It's the core of his style. He believes that if he disrupts early, he can shatter Shakur's rhythm before it exists. But that's the gamble. Shakur thrives in rhythm. He builds it, studies it, controls it, then dismantles opponents piece by piece. The ring is a chessboard, and the fight hasn't even begun. Both men know exactly what is at stake tonight here.
Signature performance with an upset win to claim this title. His second-time lineal champion, Teofimo Lopez.
This is what he does well, Paddy. He takes little small steps back. He's even doing it with Shakur. No, Shakur wants to attack. He's taking little steps back. That just makes you reset it.
Round one begins, and the truth shows quickly. Teofimo starts fast, but it's controlled urgency, not wild aggression. His entries are sharp, his feints crack like lightning, and his sudden bursts ignite the crowd. Yet the reactions come from movement more than impact. Shakur isn't controlling the arena, he's controlling inches. Every backward step is calculated. Every pivot closes a lane, and his clean, precise shots quietly score.
He put Chamberlain down, and that's how he got this opportunity. As the southpaw jab and the puzzle, as the guys were saying, to solve for Padley, but he'll give it a real...
By the end of the round, Teofimo has burned more energy than he planned, while Shakur has used only what he intended. That's the quiet physics of elite boxing. Every missed punch drains oxygen. Every reset chips away at stamina. Teofimo's speed makes his attacks dangerous early, but their cost becomes visible in the middle rounds. Shakur's subtraction, defense accumulates silently yet decisively. The effect is already forming. Judges may not see it yet, but fighters always do, and that unseen mental fatigue hits harder than any single punch.
It's an unbelievable story, isn't it?
Life-changing.
And as you said, Darren, only boxing can bring these stories up. I don't know any other sport that can do it.
And do you know what as well? His Excellency will have seen this with Josh Padley and with Martin Bakole, and if they both lose tonight, they'll be back.
I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
By round 2, the shift becomes clear. Teofimo is still pressing forward, still carrying knockout danger, but the openings he found earlier are fading. Shakur begins landing shots that look small yet disrupt rhythm. A jab snaps Teofimo's balance before he can plant his feet. A pivot removes the angle just as he loads a right hand. A counter lands clean, and Shakur is gone before Teofimo reacts. The pressure remains, but its sharpness dulls. In the corners, the contrast grows. Teofimo's team becomes louder, urging him to create something before momentum slips. Shakur's corner stays calm, seeing exactly what they expected. Even the crowd senses a shift. The cheers turn tense. The exchange is quieter. Movement no longer thrills. Consequences now control the atmosphere. Gradually, the fight begins tilting towards Shakur Stevenson.
So you've got, minutes to get the job done.
Bouncing on his feet, full of fire still, Padley.
Round 3 tightens a grip. Teofimo's speed is still present, but just a shade slower. Casual viewers might miss it, yet it's enough for Shakur to exploit. He stops reacting and begins orchestrating. He draws punches he already knows how to evade. He forces resets. Small mistakes start stacking. Teofimo's hands drop a fraction too long. His feet pause a fraction too late. Frustration turns into urgency, not wild swings but subtle overextensions. Elite ring IQ becomes suffocating. Shakur doesn't dominate with power. He dominates with control. The fights shift from competitive to structured, and structure always favors the fighter who thrives within it.
Two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet science.
The psychological toll begins to surface. Teofimo starts questioning himself between breaths. Why can't he line Shakur up? Why does Shakur always predict the next move? Shakur, meanwhile, is calculating. How much pressure can he absorb before Teofimo's energy dips? How much risk is worth taking? It becomes ring IQ versus volatility. IQ doesn't panic or waste motion. Every clean shot reminds Teofimo that courage alone isn't enough at this level.
Here's a body shot from Taylor. Lopez, we're going to come through the front door. He does so with a two-punch combination. Taylor looking to deliver on the inside. Left hook came in from Lopez. Good exchange.
By round 4, the breaking point appears. Teofimo begins searching for the equalizer, the one punch that can reset everything. Urgency keeps him dangerous, but it also makes him predictable. Shakur waits. He doesn't chase or overextend. He studies the timing, lets Teofimo commit, then fires a counter. It's not flashy, but it's precise and punishing. Teofimo stumbles, not just in the impact, but from realizing the opening he gambled on was never real. From there, Shakur applies control pressure. His shots carry intent, never motion. He steps in only when needed and forces Teofimo to restart exchanges again and again. The referee watches closely as every movement becomes calculated and deliberate.
But Stevenson had him down. Punished. For the second time, that was sweet. And Burnley felt that one worse than the first. The counter, he'll try and get up. He does. He's got...
For the second time, the shot lands clean, sharper than the first, and the crowd feels the impact. Teofimo tries to rise, and he does, but the story heading into the championship rounds is already written on their bodies. Teofimo's movements grow heavier. His punches still carry intent, but the snap is fading. Shakur, meanwhile, looks nearly identical to round one. Steady breathing, calm eyes, disciplined footwork. His elite defense evolves into dominance, not through brute force, but by denying Teofimo the ability to breathe, reset, or control time, that if the fight ends on the scorecards, it will feel justified. If it ends in the later rounds, it will feel inevitable. Shakur has converted danger into data. Teofimo's volatility has been studied, broken down, and contained. After the final bell, analysts dissect the performance. Max Kellerman noted that super fights expose truth, not hype. Roy Jones Jr. emphasized that footwork and distance told the real story. Shane Mosley highlighted the tempo, how Shakur manipulated rhythm with suffocating consistency. Bernard Bernie the boxer and Jermaine Ortiz stressed that Shakur cannot be pressured like other fighters. His composure under heat separates him from the pack. The consensus was overwhelmingly one-sided. This wasn't merely a clash of styles. It was one style quietly canceling the other in real time. The broader message was unmistakable. Viral moments create buzz, but mastery is what survives when the lights burn brightest. Speed makes highlights, but discipline wins fights. Boxing rewards preparation, repetition, and decision-making under stress. Younger fighters were handed a blueprint that night. In a few harsh, unforgiving rounds, the sport reminded everyone that chaos alone is never enough.
It was low, wasn't it?
Good shot. Oh, good run. He's just pummeling away now, Stevenson.
For Shakur Stevenson, this night was validation. Pound-for-pound conversations are no longer theoretical, they're earned. His patience, composure, and refusal to rush proved he is a complete fighter. Superstardom doesn't acquire chaos. It requires the ability to impose order. For Teofimo Lopez, the defeat isn't an ending, but a hard correction. He isn't finished, but he is undeniably changed. Losses like this teach, refine, and realign careers. Boxing history doesn't record excuses. It records defining moments, and this was one of them. This matchup was never just a fight. It was a statement about what the sport values when all noise fades. Skill spoke for itself. Patience prevailed. Discipline dictated every exchange. One man imposed reality. The other was forced to meet it head-on. Madison Square Garden 2025 will be remembered not for theatrics, but for clarity. This was the night Shakur Stevenson proved mastery still governs the sport. A performance of the record books, a masterclass in timing and control, and a reminder that chaos may excite, but control ultimately conquers.